So imagine you just purchased some OG tire dressing in a nice Pressol bottle, you have a Curveball brush, your wheel and tire towel, and you're ready to start applying some tire dressing to your wheels. But maybe you get a little bit overzealous and apply too much or forget to buff it off, and you end up with some tire sling all over your car. If you've ever applied tire dressing, you've undoubtedly run into this issue. And if you don't know what it is, we're gonna explain what it is in this video and how you can avoid it. So let's talk about what tire sling actually is. We have a car here that we purposefully applied way too much tire dressing and then didn't buff it down on to show you the effects of tire sling. Tire sling is basically when, like I said, you apply too much dressing and it slings it all over your fender liner and your fender itself. We use this car specifically because it has an unpainted fender, so it actually shows up much better. You wouldn't see it as much on a painted car, but it's still there and it's still an issue. So what are the reasons to avoid tire sling? Well, beyond it just looks bad on the paint, it could also degrade or affect your protection or your coating. Additionally, shiny tires don't look very good and you don't want those. Now that we know what the issues are with tire sling, I'm going to show you on this back tire how we can avoid it altogether. First, we're gonna apply a reasonable amount of tire dressing. On the front one, we applied way too much. It got super shiny and we gave it an opportunity to sling. But by applying a reasonable amount, it won't have that opportunity to sling, as there'll be nothing sitting on the tire itself. So we have a reasonable amount on there. Ideally, you would let this sit for a little bit, but we're just going to buff it down to a nice satin finish. And there we go. I can inspect and see there's no pooling of tire dressing around the edges or in any of these little grooves. And we're done. There's zero chance we're gonna get any tire sling. So let's take this inside, have a look at one of Matt's cars and show you what a properly dressed and buffed down tire actually looks like. So we can see on the G80, these tires are buffed down to a nice satin finish. There's no excess residue, and most importantly, there is no tire sling. As always, you can get all of these products, including OG tire dressing, the towels, the brushes, in our store at obsessedgarage.com. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments or directly at support@obsessedgarage.com.